Knicks fans, welcome back to the Eastern Conference Final. The vibes are sky high, and I'm not sure yesterday could have got any better. So much good news. We're going to break it all down as you're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and we are presented by PrizePicks. Use that promo code HMA, play $5, get $50 instantly. Yesterday, you clinch yourself back into the Eastern Conference Finals. The NBA Draft Lottery happened yesterday. So much to talk about. Let's start here with OG Anunoby still trying to come back from that hamstring strain. He is going to have a lot of time off as the Eastern Conference Finals will begin on either May 17th or May 19th, depending on how long the Pistons and Cavaliers series goes. So we should be hoping that that series goes to 7. That way we play another tired team like the 76ers fans wanted to cry about, and OG Anunoby gets those extra 2 days of rest. Listen to this. The Knicks are the 4th team in NBA history with multiple 30-point series clinching wins in a single postseason. All 3 of the teams that have done that before have gone on to win an NBA title. I think we would all take an NBA title for the New York Knicks. What about this? The New York Knicks have set a franchise record. Prior to the Game 4 win, where you did bring out the brooms and sweep the Philadelphia 76ers, the Knicks had won 6 playoff games in a row. The last time the Knicks did that was in 2000. When they got to the NBA Finals. Well, add on the blowout win you had in Game 4. That makes 7 wins in a row, and that is a franchise record, Knicks fans. What about this? The largest point differential in the playoffs through a team's first 10 games. Not the Lakers in 2001 at plus 141. They won a championship. And the 96 Bulls who won a championship. The 1987 Lakers who won a championship. What about the 1971 Bucks, who won a championship? Or the 2017 Warriors, who won a championship? The Knicks have a larger and a bigger point differential through the first 10 playoff games than all of those teams at plus 194. We have never seen a playoff team start a playoff stretch in a more dominant fashion than the New York Knicks. Today's show is made possible by SeatGeek, and they're hooking up all the real ones. When you use that promo code CHAT10, you're getting 10% off your next set of tickets. MLB is in full swing. The NBA and NHL playoffs are going on, and the NFL schedule is coming out soon, and you can now get World Cup tickets on SeatGeek. How about the Yankees and the Mets facing off this upcoming weekend? For Saturday's game, I found you these awesome tickets for $115. You can go and get them at SeatGeek and use that promo code CHAT10 to save 10% off. Whether it's a ball game, concert, or any other event, SeatGeek is the place to go as they have your back when you purchase tickets. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. Look for the green dots. That means good. Red means bad. Use code CHAT10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with the promo code CHAT10. Make sure you click the link in the description and download the app, and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. Let's keep the good vibes rolling. This team is one of the deepest teams in the NBA and one of the deepest teams that this Knicks organization has ever seen. The Knicks have won the bench point differential in 7 of the 10 games so far this postseason. They were outscored, the bench, in all 18 playoff games last year. It's a Mike Brown stat. It's a Tom Thibodeau stat. But more importantly, this is a Leon Rose, a Worldwide West, and a New York Knicks front office stat because they put together a deeper roster. But it's been 2 players who were on this team the last year and this year that showed up in a major way in Game 4. I'm going to give a bold take. I don't think the Knicks are going to lose many playoff games if you get a combined 37 points from Miles McBride and Landry Shamet. It's hot, I know. I don't think they're going to lose many games if that happens. I mean, they give you 11 threes on 15 attempts. They both shoot over 66%. These guys were phenomenal, and they need to keep it going. If the Knicks can continue to get production from these 2 guys, they're going to go a long way. This roster's deep, man. The starting five has played like the best starting five in the NBA playoffs. But when you can bring in guys like Jose Alvarado, Miles McBride, Jordan Clarkson, Landry Shamet, and Mitchell Robinson off the bench, you are a legit 9-player deep roster that has the ability to win an NBA championship. You've also been dominant. Like we talked about when it comes to the largest point differential, the Knicks had a 19.4 point margin of victory through the first 2 rounds. That is an NBA record. All I see on my timeline is Knicks NBA record. 2026 Knicks franchise record. What about this one? They had the second best offensive rating in a series in NBA history. And they did that where in half the games OG Anunoby did not play. And Karl Anthony Towns was in foul trouble for every single game of this series. So you essentially do it where 2 of your 3 best players barely played. This New York Knicks team is special. They are playing like a championship team, and I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. I believe the Knicks A game is better than any team's A game in this league, and I believe the only team that can beat the New York Knicks are the New York Knicks. So we're done talking about how dominant the Knicks have been. What about the cherry on top of yesterday? The draft lottery fell in a perfect way for this team. You go into the draft lottery, and the Indiana Pacers had tied for the best odds to get the number 1 pick, which means they were tied for the best odds to get a top 3 pick. That pick, it was top 5 protected. It went in a trade to the Los Angeles Clippers. If it fell inside the top 5, the Pacers, or the top 4, the Pacers would have kept the pick. But as you see, it did not. And I'll just say this. What ended up being the compensation that the Indiana Pacers traded for my twin Zubac is one of the worst trades of all time. And it might have just put the dagger in this era of Pacer basketball. They sent Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, a top 5 pick this year, an unprotected pick in 2029, and a future second-round pick. Mathurin and 1 first-round pick for Zubac is questionable. Mathurin and the 5th pick for Zubac is a bad trade. Mathurin, the 5th pick, and an unprotected pick in 2029? Thank you to Kevin Pritchard, who runs the Indiana Pacers, who effed up so bad, he effed around and found out so hard that he had to issue an apology to his fans via Twitter. Says, I'm really sorry to all our fans. I own taking this risk. Surprised it came up 5th after this year. I thought we were due some luck. But please remember, this team deserved a starting center to compete with the best teams next year. We have always been resilient. Yeah, good trade. You traded the 5th pick, an unprotected pick, and Mathurin for Zubac. That'll help you win a lot of games next year. Thank you, Kevin Pritchard, and F the Indiana Pacers. Got a lot more to talk about on today's show, but I got to tell you about our friends over at PrizePicks. Pick more, pick less. Play PrizePicks, America's #1 sports pick app. Play $5. Use that promo code HMA, and you're going to get $50 in lineups instantly. It's available in all 50 states, plus Washington, D.C. You can pick winners, spreads, and totals, or pick more or less on 2 to 6 players' stats. It's safe and secure. We're looking at some player picks right here, a power play. We are ready for Monday's playoff basketball lineup. We're taking the more on Donovan Mitchell's points, more on Duncan Robinson three-pointers made, less on Max Strus points, and more on Tobias Harris points as well. A chance to win $150, a 7.5x multiplier. You can roll with our picks or fade our picks easily by following me on the brand new social feed feature at @MarshallGreen_. Shout out to PrizePicks. That information is clickable in the comments and the description. Did you think we were done laughing at other Eastern Conference teams? Because we're not. Once again, the Brooklyn Nets have the best odds to get the #1 pick. The Brooklyn Nets have the best odds to stay inside that top 3. and they fall all the way down to number 6. They'll always be little bro, and no one actually cares about the Brooklyn Nets. I've never met a Brooklyn Net fan in my life. The lottery as a whole could not have gone better. Yes, the Washington Wizards did win the lottery, and they will have the number 1 pick. I know people say, Marshall, we should have got that pick. You were never getting that pick. It was top 8 protected. It does not work your way. But number 2 goes to the West. Number 3 goes to the West. Number 4 goes to a rebuilding Chicago Bulls team. Number 5 goes to the Clippers. Number 6 goes to the Nets. 7 to the Kings. 8 to the Hawks. That's good as well. If the Hawks would have moved inside the top 3, that would have been bad news for the Knicks. Mavs, Bucks, Warriors, Thunder. The Heat didn't move up, and the Hornets didn't move up. No Eastern Conference team really moved up all that much outside of the Chicago Bulls, and the Brooklyn Nets moved down, and the Indiana Pacers moved down as well. If you didn't know, the New York Knicks actually have 2 picks, essentially, in the first round this year. They own number 24, and then they own the very first pick of the second round. That comes from Washington, and since that pick that we owned via them has not conveyed, you get 2 second-round picks, I believe, 1 this year and 1 next year. And the fact that it's the first pick of the second round and what some are calling a generational draft class in 2026, you should be able to get a player here. Out of these 2 selections, you should find a long-term piece to this team. And we've seen the Knicks hit on late second-round picks as well. Go find me another Brohamed Thuriawara. That'd be sweet. But amongst these 3 picks, if you can get 1 long-term piece, that'd be pretty dang sweet. Look, you're a team up against the Aprons. The way to keep your team cheap and productive is by finding talent in the draft. You got 3 picks. Love it. So many good things to talk about. The vibes are sky high. I'm enjoying this. I didn't want to wake up because I thought it was a dream. But when I did wake up, I realized it was reality. And the Knicks are back in the Eastern Conference Finals. And while the Knicks seem to be ascending, every other team seems to be on the fall. Hit that thumbs up icon. Want to show some love to Karl Anthony Towns as well. I've been very loud and at this point wrong about Karl Anthony Towns. And I want to be wrong. I think I've said it. I want Karl Anthony Towns to prove me wrong. He's played his butt off in the postseason. 1st in rebounds, 3rd in assists, 3rd in true shooting percentage, 4th in blocks in the entire postseason. And that comes with him in foul trouble every single game in the second round. Karl, you're a hell of a player. You're one of the most talented offensive players in this league. But what I've been most impressed about is what you've brought to the defensive side of the floor. I thought you've upped your game on that side of the floor, and you've also reinvented yourself as an offensive player as well. You've become a playmaking hub, and it's been another way for this New York Knicks offense to operate at a high level. I just ask one question. Stop fouling. Because if you don't foul and you play a lot of minutes, there's no team that can beat the Knicks. You're that good. You're playing at that high of a level. Keep yourself in the game because there's nobody in the NBA that can stop your game right now. Appreciate everybody for clicking on today's show. Make sure you are following me on social media at @MarshallGreen_.